Hello. Now that we have the placement for where our shot is going to start, now we are going to start hurling it at our ship. So what we're going to do is we only want one shot to go at a time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a variable called shot out. So something, uh, if there's a shot that's out there, if that equals false, so let's say there's no shot. What do we want to do? We want to create the shot at the same point, which looks like we're drawing it at shot x, shot y, which is 620, 430. So x equals 620, y equals 430. So, and that's not x and y, that's shot x and shot y. All right, so now we're creating a new one at shot x and shot y. And now we want to start moving it in the direction of our ship. So now we're going to create a variable shot x distance. So this is going to be the distance that the shot goes in the x direction. So we're going to take the shot x and subtract it from the ship x. So this might be a little confusing, but we have our shot down here. We have our ship up here in the beginning. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the distance in the x direction that are between our shot and our ship. And then we're going to do the same thing in the y direction. Y distance. All right, there we go. So if there is not any shots out, so if that's false, we're just going to start it where we started it before, and then we're going to have the distance. Now, if shot out is true, so let's say we have a shot that's been out there, then we want to go in this direction. We don't want to just leap there because say if this distance is 600, all of a sudden it just leaps at 600 at the speed of a computer and you're just going to die. So what we're going to do is we're going to do shot uh, x is equal to shot x minus shot x distance. And then we're going to divide it by some number. Just so how many different, let's divide it by like 20. Shot y is equal to shot y minus shot y distance. And so that means that there's going to be 20 different, it's going to take that distance divided in 20, and so it'll take 20 loops to get it to where I'm at. Ooh, and one thing we should do is it'll never get to this unless shot out is true. So once shot out's false, we're going to create a new shot, and then we're going to say shot out is now going to be true. So once we create a new shot, then shot out is going to be true. So now when it goes through this loop, it doesn't go through this area, it just goes through here. So it's just moving it. Now, we should figure out a way to turn it back to false when it goes off the screen. So if we say if um, shot x is less than 0, or shot y is less than 0. So if it goes off the left side of the screen or if it goes off the top, what are we going to do? We're going to just turn shot out to false again. So that way it if it goes off the screen, it turns to false, and then it will come through here and regenerate another one. Now let's see if this works. Uh, I'm about 80% sure this. Oh, there's a couple errors. I forgot to do my booleans here. Equals equals. Hopefully you caught that along the way. I should have caught it along the way. Oh, we have another error. Shutout is not defined. Oh, yep. So we need to say what shutout is. Um, could really be anything. Let's start it with false because we're going to start without um, a shot being out. And oh, look at it. Oh, there it goes. And it is, I've already lost one life. Oh, 2 lives. This makes this game a little bit tougher. I think that corner might be impossible to get around. And I was thinking 20 might be a little bit extreme. So uh, let's slow it down. So now it'll take uh, 1/40th of the distance each loop. Now if we run it, it should be better. Oh yeah, we see it's really slowed down. So now hopefully we'll be able to get around this corner. Oh, well, if you're not a complete fool, here we go. Now I can get around the corner. All right, this is much better. Now you can adjust that number. It doesn't have to be 20 or 40. It could be somewhere in between. But try to find where it's going to be an acceptable amount so you can, so it's possible to win the game, but not impossible. All right.